I was in Korea last week, and there's a project that Swytch is built into, that Black Veatch is working on, that's going to be a data center that's consumes over 150 megawatts of energy.
Yep.
That's a big
big.
number.
It's big.
Large, 150 megawatts of energy for operating a data center. And as I was getting ready to give a talk, I looked up, what's the largest data center on Earth? It's 100 megawatts.
Yeah.
And we're part of 3 that are over 150 megawatts. And I'm like, this can't be, because that would put this into the 3 largest data centers on Earth. And I called you up. I was sitting with someone in Korea, and I'm like, you're exaggerating. And then I called you up, and I realized from you and from Black Veatch that is in fact the case. And it's the case because this is kind of what happens when Moore's law meets kind of the physical world. Because cloud use is growing exponentially, the amount of data center you need and therefore energy you consume is literally growing exponentially, which is why the next 3 plants being built are bigger than anything exists today.
That's right. Yeah, and it's only and the scale is only going to get larger. If you look at fog computing, edge computing, AI computation in the cloud. If you look at the earnings reports on a lot of these cloud services companies, I mean, they're making tons of money in cloud computing architecture, serverless architecture. That's not going anywhere, right? I mean, if anything, we're going to get, a lot of the computation might exist. We try to get to the edge, and we do a lot of computation at the edge now. The computation might exist in like low latency or no latency cloud architecture that sits everywhere. So the energy demands are going to, the data demands are going to be, exceed the current levels. The energy demands are going to, exceed the current levels. And one of the really things that people don't talk about is that the world is moving to a data-driven economy, and you need a lot of electricity to manage that data, right? So we had oil-driven, we had products-driven, plastics-driven. Now it's data-driven economies. You need a lot of electricity, and so we are not even looking at what the world is going to look like in 20 years on energy consumption. Yeah. It's going to double over the next 20 years. It's going up.